The whole document is
That,
aimed towards different corporations.
I just
That's my
said
whole point.
that. Are
You're
you
trying to
deaf? Are
compare
you
them to someone
retarded?
else when
You
someone
retarded?
else is the one who built the fucking
Oh
thing,
my
bro.
god!
It's this is so insane, bro. It's
It is.
crazy.
It's
It's
insane how
actually
stupid your
fucking
takes
insane.
are. Man, I agree. I agree. Goodness gracious. Legit GOG. Why? I mean, why do I even need to bring them up anymore to you? I mean, you hate on them because they give you actual ownership of your stuff. And guess what? I could put my
I don't
360 in
hate
my
on it.
Xbox One. You said they don't?
I don't hate GOG.
I mean, every time I bring their name up, you constantly have something to say about them. But
I hate certain companies that
uh, uh,
fuck us over and do nothing, and then I move on to the good companies. That's what I do.
yep. And that's why
I
we're
don't
in the
stick
spot that we're
around.
at.
I don't stick around like some deranged motherfucker, and
That's
then I
why we're in the
start
spot that we're at.
Calling
writing a
us deranged.
million
What are we doing that is deranged?
campaign to fucking have everyone sign signatures and this like, bro, what?
Mind
Okay,
you,
then why are we
I'm not
deranged
mind
then?
fucking
you,
Why are we
doing that,
deranged
continuing
bro.
to
then?
move to
Like
something new.
honestly, you're just being extra.
Actually, yes, let's go with
You
this. Let's go with this. I'm
realistically
That's the
glad you
corporate
brought that up.
blueprint
See,
there.
now
for
you're not gonna give me
something
the chance to talk because I
that'll
got you in this.
probably
I got you
never
in this
really
now.
matter.
Listen, buckle up,
It's kind of
people.
sad.
He said, this is out of his own mouth. He said, I will move on to something new. Guess what? That's why prices kept increasing over the years because companies were trying to ease that in, saying, okay, let's see if we can raise the price to things so that people may move to the new price. What did people do? Yes, they moved to it. Guess what? GTA 6, all these pre orders moved it to gay stations saying, hey, we're going to stop physical media now. Mind you, before this game even was announced, people were still going to stores, buying games off the shelf and everything, no issue. But because these companies went ahead and said, yeah, we're going to ease this so we can try something new for the consumer, what did these dumb idiots like yourself, like you just said, I'm going to move to something new, do? Did it. That's why we're in this situation that we're in, because trying something new all the time, over and over and over, is what gets us to a worse spot compared to when we just had $50 games, $10 DLCs to play anytime we want. And guess what? It was like that for a long time. A long, long time. But trying something new is what constantly pushed everybody out.
Good.
Had we
I
just stuck
want
with
that
a
to happen.
formula that was not
It's
broke,
competition. Competition.
now it's competition.
Good.
Now it's competition.
That's the
Oh my
way it
gosh,
should
you're
be.
so stupid.
That's how it's always been. If you're not better than the other
My
person,
case is closed.
then
Anything
you're
that you say
never
from here
gonna
on,
get
here forth, I'm
fucking
not
like
listening
you're
to you.
never gonna
My
get
case is
above.
closed. That's
So
funny.
if you go to so let me get this right.
That's
If you
funny.
go to a job interview, instead of you trying to
That's funny.
convince the person that you're the most qualified, no, you'd rather have a stance where it's like, you know what, as a matter of fact,
And
let
now
me
we're
not go
comparing
to a
jobs in
new
video
job.
games.
Let me actually stay with my old job, even though they fired me, and then let me bitch at my old job and tell them to fucking pay us better and this and that. So like you're like a union kind of guy,
No,
aren't you?
not at
You're
all.
those
But
guys who think that okay, well, you know what? Let me tell him to stay back with the $10 DLCs. Let me tell him to stay back with the $50, $30 games. But then at the same time, because the games are becoming so much more expensive, so much more detailed, so much more fucking work is needed to create these games and resources. Instead, you'd
another thing not to debunk.
rather hope to God that the company can produce that. But even though the company themselves do not have the resources, and guess what? They end up laying off people. And then you're like, well, I don't care that they got fired. I don't care that this happened. The fucking company succeeded anyways, and I got what I want.
Cool. We're debunking this
Even though
again.
the original premise was that you were supposedly trying to fight for the same people that you just helped to get fired. It's kind
Cool.
of crazy.
Let's debunk this then. So
That's
go back.
why.
I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of toned you out a bit until it
You're
came
a
to the
union
one
guy.
point.
You're a
It came to
union
this
guy,
one point
100%.
that I kind of toned you out. But let's go to this. So because You say competition, and you say, oh, well, everyone just got tired of the $10 DLC. Okay, so
There's
everybody's complaining
competition
about
and growth,
battle
Dave.
passes
There's
now.
growth no
But guess
matter
what?
what.
Do you want to know the funny thing? You said that they have little resources. They have more resources today than they did back then. They literally were able to fit games that are twice the size of the console storage
And how
itself
many people
onto
do
a
they need
disc.
to make
Onto a
that? How many
disc. No,
people
no,
do
no.
they
See,
need to
look at
make
you trying to
that?
argue, trying to make an
How
excuse.
many people do they
Sit
need
down.
to make that?
Sit down.
You
There
claim
was
there's
less
more.
people
You
back
claim
then than
there's
there are
more.
now.
Dave, you claim there's more.
There's
How did
less
the more
people back
happen?
then
How
than
did the
there are
more
now.
happen, Dave?
Mind you, there are games. Look at Concord that literally spent $700 million
How did they
to
make
make. And
more,
guess
Dave?
what Concord
Did
was?
it just come out of thin air, Dave?
They
Did
have
it
made
come out of
more
thin
with
air?
the resources that they have in this generation and the older generation.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
if they kept all their technology, all the shit from the 90s and early 2000s, they could
There's no
still
way
make
you're
the
saying that
same
they had
quality
more
shit
back then.
today.
There's no way you're
Really?
saying they had more back then to work with than what they do now with all these different game engines that they can use. Source 1 and 2, Unity,
Yeah,
UE.
they have more now. How do you think they got more? By
Case
fucking
closed.
charging more, bro. By doing new
No, no.
shit.
Okay, so here's the
That's
thing.
how it
In that
is.
case,
That's
all the games
growth.
that went from the GameCube to the 360 era would have went up by $80 then, right? Because when we saw the Xbox One go to the Series X
Dave,
and the
that's
S,
normal across the
prices went up.
board,
That's your
Dave.
logic. That's your logic.
That's
The prices
normal,
would have kept
Dave.
going up, right? It's getting
So what
easier
are
and
you,
easier to make.
socialist then? Are you
It's easier
socialist?
and
Like
easier to make.
you
Look at you
expect
calling
everyone to
names.
have the
Imagine
same
you're
shit,
calling
the
names
same
because you're losing
price, the
something.
same style?
Imagine that. You're
Like,
losing
but
something, so you got to
what
call
do
me
you want
names.
here?
I mean, goodness, you're telling me that they had more resources back then than they do now? It's easier nowadays. It's easier to make a game now as a starter than it was back like 20, 30 years ago. Anybody can go online right now and literally look at a tutorial on how to make a basic game. Could they do that back then? No. And prices were a lot cheaper back then than they are now. Mind you, it makes no sense, right? Because if you have it easier to make with a bigger budget nowadays, you're just being inflated and ignorant compared to back then. Gosh, I hate debating stupid people. Genuinely.
Dave. So wait, hold on. So you're telling me they had more back then with the technology they had? Are you really sure?
Buddy, did you not hear a word I said? Are you that deaf? Are you that deaf? I said they have more
Oh, hey, what's
nowadays
up?
than they
Hey,
had
what's
back
up,
then. No,
Adrian?
no, hey, what's up, Adrian? Hold on, I'm schooling this little
Dave
boy.
is too
I'm schooling this
retarded.
little boy. No, no, you
Adrian,
ain't got to
this
talk to
is
him. Talk to me
hilarious.
one on one.
He's lost
One on
his
one.
sanity.
Look at you.
It's
You got
quite
to always
fun.
go to something else because you're a weirdo.
What? I'm just saying
You're
hi
a
to my
weirdo.
friend.
You
What's
always got
wrong
to
with
go to
that,
something
Dave?
else. You've been losing this debate. This
What?
man
How am I
said that
being weirdo?
there
I'm
was
just
more
saying hello.
technology back then to work with for games than there is nowadays. And that's why they have to keep raising the prices. Dude, it's easier to make a game now with the budget that they have than it was back in the day, you dumb retarded mule.
I mean, if that's what you believe,
There's
I
no way
guess,
you're
bro.
telling me
But
that
but
the
I'm sorry
budgets
to
and
tell
the
you,
engines that they have nowadays,
it's not the case.
there's no way.
Nowadays, bro, with the cost of shit starting up is not fucking easy compared to back then. Back then, the rates of
If it was
getting
okay,
shit
so if
done
it
was
wasn't that easy, how
way
come so many
fucking
indie game
higher, bro.
developers are becoming more and more new studios compared to what we had back then? Answer that question. If it's not that easy, how come more indie game developers and more studios are being formed every single day compared to what it was back then?
And
Answer
do they
that.
stay alive? Do they
A
stay
lot of them
alive?
do. A lot of them do.
A lot of them? You
Look at the
sure?
people who made Mecha Chameleon, Repo, Lethal Company, all different studios, still alive to this day, still doing great. Look at LJN, dead. Look at Ape Swing, which was one of my favorite studios, gone. The only really major ones are the big names that are today that survived back then.
And so my question to you is this, Dave. If that's the case, if there's so many small people surviving, right? So many, then what happens when everybody wins but no one becomes better? What happens?
We have a healthy
Then
gaming market because we have different variety of
really, you
games
have
to
a healthy
play.
game. So why are the prices so high, Dave?
Because of your AAA developers, which mainly is because of console, by the way, because a lot of game prices on PC are way cheaper than they are on console. Mind you, I can go get a game right now for $5 if I wanted to. Better yet, I can get a game for
I
89
don't find
cents.
that believable. I don't find that believable
Because you're on a
because
console, you're a dummy.
realistically, even the companies that are successful, even the legacy companies, they still freaking have millions and billions and trillions of dollars. Yet guess what? They still fucking jack up the price.
So
And
we're going back to the argument that
before
I
you say,
had.
oh, it's Microsoft, it's Sony. No, bro, it's literally
Imagine
their
trying to
own
predict what I was going to
studios
say.
doing this
So
shit.
basically, did you
Like
not hear one word that I said
we've
beforehand
seen this
with
shit
Larian
before,
Studio,
bro.
who
We've
literally
seen
Larian
this with the
Studio
release of
put
Cyberpunk.
all
We've
their
seen
money
this with the
down,
release of
all their money
Fallout
down to make Baldur's Gate
76.
3,
We've
and it
seen
was a
all this shit.
gamble,
Even look
and
at
they were
Starfield, bro.
successful. But yet you don't want to acknowledge that, do you? Larian Studio literally put that down. They're
Everyone
not a AAA
knows
company like
they did
Microsoft or any
not
of that.
have enough people to work on the game. Otherwise, the game would have fucking released great. But even though they
Which
have
game are we
all
talking about?
this
I know you're not saying Baldur's
money
Gate 3
and
didn't release great.
resources and it's easier
I know you're
today,
not saying that.
somehow people were dishing out higher quality games back then than today. So clearly they must have had it better back then than today, because
it
today
was
clearly the legacy
passion,
guys are
which goes
struggling,
back to
even
my first
though they're
argument.
established.
Passion, love, the pricing of consoles and games were cheaper than they are now. See, there you go. There you go.
To defend
There you go. It was passion. So you're telling me the same COD team that made Black Ops 2 is the same COD team that made BO7? You see how different they are?
I said the COD. I said
no, because I'm using emotion.
The COD
I'm using
team that developed BO2 had way more fucking resources.
No.
Clearly, because one, the fucking game released intact, ready to go, ready to play. Then let's say, for instance, BO fucking 4, in which the fucking Hellhounds and the fucking Blood of the Dead Easter egg was glitched, and then Noah 45J fucking over here had a blue screen of death every fucking 10 minutes, bro. So my point is this. So back then, clearly I'm correct. Yes, they had way more resources. Yes, the quality was fucking better. And yes, they were competing against each other to fucking do better. Right? It's just like the space race, dude. Obviously, they
Here we
did
go
all
bringing
this
up this
crazy
stuff all over
advancements
again. What
in
is your
technology,
obsession?
bro, to become better. Nowadays,
we're going to just ignore the fact that
motherfuckers don't even believe in NASA or all this other shit, because they'd rather believe the Earth is flat. They'd rather believe stupid shit.
We're not going to acknowledge that fact.
The Earth is flat and like, bro.
Are we forgetting that Call of Duty did release in a pretty broken state, especially when MW2 had the new 2 and Commando? Do we not remember Commando?
You could put your heart and soul in
this. Do we not remember Commando, the most broken perk in COD history? Do we not remember that?
Like they did for all these terrible games.
Of course not. Of course we don't.
Guess what?
Of course we don't.
There's still shit.
So you are telling me,
they lay off
you are telling me that with every game engine, with all these people going into the gaming field nowadays, that there are less resources in a modern era than there are back then. Guess what the difference is, dude? Games did not require hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes to make back then than they do now. Games did not require to be online like they do now. Games did not require to be both physical and digital like they do now. Are you that retarded to understand that? Games, they have way more resources because they can pump out more games than ever before in this modern generation than they did back then.
Where's the quality? Why is the price?
And then you're gonna use it. You're gonna say it's an emotion thing. It was passion. The developers like Gabe Newell and all of them, when they made their games, literally sat down and said, "Hey, we want to go ahead and make games that players can love for years to come."
There was passionate people who worked on MW3's campaign. Passionate people who worked on BO6's.
And guess what? Do you see the difference in era and quality when it was passion and not battle passes?
And infinite technology and resources like you claim, Dave, but guess what?
How
even
in the world are
then,
you
they
telling me that this
still
modern generation that has
fail.
more
They
more
still
game
pump out
more
shit
websites and sites
games,
and
Dave.
storefronts to
They're
go to get
still
games? Are
fucking
you
up,
kidding me?
Dave.
Are you
And guess
kidding
what
me?
happens? People move on to different fucking shit. That's what it's gonna happen, bro. It's like this is not hard to comprehend.
It really is to you
Like
apparently because
this is
you're telling me
crazy. You
that you have
cannot
a team.
comprehend that
You
someone
have a
would move
team
on to
that
something
goes
better.
ahead and they
You
can
clearly
make
can't
tons and
comprehend
tons of
this.
games. In that case, Call of Duty has been making yearly releases since they were a thing. Guess what? And they've made it even faster and with a lot more microtransactions nowadays. Guess what? They're the same Activision. Rockstar, they're still at their little ways as well. You know why? That GTA used to come out almost all the time back then because they were using the same engine and didn't have to develop a new one every single year from this modern generation. But guess what? Even the CEO of Rockstar has said that this is something that we've never seen before because there was never this type of technology back then. Comprehend that. Just
So
retarded.
your basis of your argument is let me compare new versus old. Yet my basis is the new
You have been
quality
sitting
is
here
shit,
saying,
bro.
you have
It's
been sitting
shit.
here saying that there were more
Clearly, they
resources back
had
then than
way
there
more
is now.
talented
And now,
people
because
on the
I
team,
basically
bro, back
debunked that,
then.
I
It's
literally
simple,
said they have
simple
more
and easy,
options and
bro.
everything
It's
nowadays.
simple.
And that, wham, I can't
They
see that.
had
I can't
way
get to
more
that.
fucking people that knew how to get shit done back then,
Because they
dude.
were passionate gamers. How many times I gotta say that?
And so now clearly they're fucking corporate slaves. And we all know this. We've been
And
knowing this, dude. Like you're barely telling you're going down the path of literally what I've already seen.
no, because you have said nothing smart. Legit, I've literally said stuff about Baldur's Gate. I've said stuff about Expedition 33. And guess what? The people behind Claire Expedition 33 were locked behind Ubisoft all those years. They leave that company, put all their money into this new game that they made, becomes the biggest hit that
Yeah, they
they've
moved
ever done in
on.
their
There
life.
you go. They became competitive. Look at that. Wow, perfect
It's not even
example.
no, because if they were going to become
Oh, no, it's
competitive,
not
they would have went
competitive. It's
after
not
Ubisoft.
competitive. Well,
They would have they would have went after
they
Ubisoft.
left. You said
Yes,
it.
they left
They
because
left,
they were
buddy.
sick of the
They
practices
left,
that
they
Ubisoft were
left.
doing.
There you go,
But they were
Dave.
not
They
becoming
left.
competitive because
You
in that case they would have
finally
went from a
admitted that
genre.
they
They could have
did
done any
something
genre. They
competitive.
could have done any
Finally,
genre.
dude.
But you know what they've done? They said, "Hey, we're
It's
going to go
taking
and do what we
this
want to do.
long for
We
you to
want to do."
understand.
They were not being competitive, my friend. They got
Yes,
to
they
be able to
were.
make
They clearly
passion. They
wanted to do
got to make
better
a
than
passionate
fucking
project, something that
Ubisoft.
you don't know about because
Duh.
your little brain does not comprehend that. Passion can drive you a long way. Baldur's Gate 3, same thing. They put all their money
Yeah,
into
they were
that game,
passionate
and they were
enough to
passionate. And
leave
look at that. Guess what? Both
Ubisoft
those games have in
instead of
common compared to
staying
your
with
little
them
RTS
and
game.
form
They are
their
Game
own
of the Years.
company.
They've broke
Yeah, I
records.
wonder
They've
what kind of
held
passion
the
that's called. That's
industry to
called
a standard
competitive
high.
passion,
Something
dude.
that your
Holy
games that you
shit.
play cannot comprehend,
Jesus,
buddy.
Dave.
It can't comprehend, can it? Of
You
course
like
not.
competitive clead is not in your
Okay,
head.
so
Like
let's go with
you don't
competitive
know the
then. Since we want to talk
definition
about
or
competitive now,
something.
in
So
that
it's like
case, X
missing.
Defiant will still be here. If
Like
that was the case, Battlefield will still
maybe you
be
need to
a
go to
top
the
game.
dictionary, Dave.
Imagine, no. We're talking about
Holy.
competitive now. Since you want to talk about competitive, X Defiant will still be alive, and if that was the case, because they were being competitive with COD dead, Battlefield would be the number one FPS
I didn't
game.
say
No,
whether they would
don't say
survive.
that. No,
I
no,
didn't
no,
say whether they survive. I said
no. Here
they
we go.
made their
Battlefield would be the number
decision.
one FPS game
They
in that
made
case
their
because they've been
decision
competitive
to
with us
leave
all the years, and yet
Ubisoft,
they failed.
and
And
they decided to
Battlefield will still be
compete
around
against
if they weren't trying to be
Ubisoft. They
competitive
didn't
with Super
remain with
Smash Brothers.
Ubisoft.
Sonic Cross
Does
World
it mean
Racing,
they're
as
gonna
much as I love the
succeed?
game, is still
No,
not better than Mario Kart.
maybe.
They
Who
would have been better than
knows?
Mario Kart.
But
No,
yeah,
they're not.
clearly
But
they
that's
were gonna
competitive, right? Do you
try.
know that games and studios that try to be competitive always almost go under? But that's something you don't understand. Guess what? Ubisoft had to shut that game down. Warner Brothers had to shut
I know they
Multiverses
go
down.
under
Battlefield had
because
to
they have
flop.
shit.
But
The
when
people
you
move
do
to a
something that's
different
original, when you do
studio.
something that's
That's
made
the
with passion, when you do
competition.
something that goes ahead, yes, and guess what those games are now? Dead.
Dave, have you ever
Concord,
been
same
to a
thing,
talent show,
dead.
Dave? Have you ever been to a talent show? Genuinely. Whenever the talent show ends, do you know what happens? They fucking ask the crowd, who is the best, and the
And how
crowd is
many
going to
people?
tell
How
them
many
who the
people
best
try to be
is.
competitive and do the same exact thing in a talent show
Oh
compared to being
well, you know
original
what? I
and doing
got on the
things that they've
stage and
thought
I
about?
decided to
You don't
dance
want to
and
answer that
this
question because
and
you're
that
not
and
original.
sing and but
You
no, bro,
literally
these
just
people
go
did
and
not
leech
just
off of
fucking
everything
do
that
that out
you
of the
hear
blue,
and see,
bro.
dude.
No,
You leech off of
no.
everything that you hear and see. If that was the case, these competitive games that I just mentioned would still be here if we were trying to be competitive.
They're
No,
not.
when they
It's
were
called
trying
they
to be
get
competitive, guess
eliminated.
what?
That's
You're
how the
trying to
show
beat something at
works.
its genre.
You get
You're trying to beat
eliminated
something
at
at
the
its
talent
genre.
show. If you
If
don't
that was
got
the case,
fucking talent,
Sega
you
would
are
still be making
dead.
consoles
You're
nowadays. Sega
gone.
would still be making
The
consoles nowadays.
end.
Sega would
Death
still be
in
making
life, my
consoles
friend.
nowadays because guess what? They were being competitive with Nintendo and that people chose Nintendo over Sega. So Sega's gone. And then when PlayStation and Xbox came in, okay, they have their fan base, but guess who was left out? Sega. No different than Atari. Since we want to talk about being competitive, Atari was trying to compete with Sega and Nintendo. Gone. It's the
Yes,
same thing.
we
That's
know the
competitiveness.
history
When
lesson,
you
dude.
try to be competitive and don't do something original, why do you think GOG is still around when Steam's the biggest PC market on PC? Because GOG has their own identity. Why do you think Epic and the other storefronts can't keep up? Because they trying to compete with Steam instead of be their own original identity. That is the issue with being competitive.
Yeah,
When you want to
now
be
if you're
competitive,
gonna
you
claim
constantly go through the
copycatting,
other stuff.
sure.
You want to
Obviously, if you go to a talent show and
dog.
copycat someone else, duh, you're not gonna
Guess
fucking
what? I
make
have seen
it
a talent show. I've even been a
unless
part
you're the
of a
better
talent show
copycat.
at one of my
Clearly,
summer camps that
everyone
I worked
knows
at. And
this.
guess what? Every
We've
student
been
there
knowing
at
that,
talent show
Dave.
literally
This
created
is
something
simple
original and different
logic,
from
dude.
every other student.
Simple,
So
so
when it came time
simple.
to, hey, which one did y'all like best? We all could easily vote on what we wanted instead of, well, they did the same thing, so they're out. No, I've been to a talent show. I've hosted a talent show. I've literally worked a talent show with students before. And each and every one of those students legitimately had a different idea and a different thing that they did. They weren't trying to compete with each other. They were having fun. When developers and companies have fun and they want to just be who they are and they want to go and support the fandom and they want to support the consumer, that is why they are successful. That's why Repo, No Man's Sky, all those games are successful.
No, it's not based off the fun.
Legitimately,
it's based off the hard work, bro. It's not based off fun. If you're gonna confuse
okay, in that case, the
hard
Binding of
work with
Isaac,
fun,
which literally is
then
blowing up on Steam right
I don't
now, would have
even
been
know
thrown away.
how you
It would have been thrown
exist.
away, right?
Genuinely. I don't know. I don't know how. So apparently all those guys that work in the factories, all those guys that work at the desk, fucking typing away the code.
Why are you bringing real world stuff into the gaming industry like that? Why are you doing that? We're not talking about real world stuff, are we? Because if we want to talk about that, I mean, I have fun at my job and I'm literally getting promoted almost every single day.
Some people don't, bro, in this world. Some people do not. They're miserable at their fucking job. They wake up.
Guess what? And that's a them thing, right?
They didn't have to fucking wake up, bro.
That's a them thing,
There's
right?
people like that. That's how it is. And you're trying to tell me, oh well, the whole company based on the fact that they had fun, their product succeed. Bro, fun does not determine success.
So Repo is literally made for fun. Repo is a party game made just to have fun, and it literally is one of the biggest indie games ever. Mecha Chameleon legit is a hide and seek prop hunt game with painting, and it legitimately is one of the best games right now. Mind you, since we're going to talk about that, Mecha Chameleon legit sold 10 million copies in 2 weeks because what is the game made for? Fun. Do the devs say they love it? Yes, they do. Do they say that they're having a blast working on the project and communicating with their community? Yes, they've sold 10 million copies.
Yeah,
Repo have sold 7 million copies.
Some fucking
These
studios don't have fun,
game
bro.
studios that had to work from the bottom up because there was already companies, AAA companies ahead of them, and they've already caught up. When you have a passionate project like Claire Expedition 33 and Baldur's Gate 3 that legitimately every single bootlicker like yourself were calling it trash on the internet and saying, oh, this game looks like a mobile game, instead of the people who were like, yeah, let me actually try this. And guess what happened? Both of those games broke records in the history book. I am expecting games to be up there with Baldur's Gate 3 level quality when it comes to the future because they've done a phenomenal job of making it replayable, mods, honestly, and everything.
It's like honestly, I almost want to see if this would break your head. I would love to just say it right now. Honestly, Baldur's Gate 3 is ass. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see how mad you get now. Let's see how easy you are.
To you. I mean, we all have our opinions. I've heard people say a lot of the times, Baldur's Gate 3 is trash. Congratulations.
We already know, bro.
That's butthurt. That's butthurt. See, we all have different tastes in gaming. We all have different tastes in gaming.
You get mad at the world for when the world wants to do world things, my friend. And the thing is, guess what?
So
it's gonna continue to
my
fucking
ego
go
is
in
shattered
place.
because you
Boo-hoo.
say you don't like
Boo-hoo, brother. Boo-hoo.
Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations. I've heard that many times since the
Y'all love to keep claiming COD this, COD that. Baldur's Gate this, Claire Expedition this.
Oh, you want me
I'm
to spam
like,
my
great.
library and bag? I don't think you can comprehend that.
Just as I say, CTA is great. Ostfront's great. Subnautica 2 great.
And guess
GTA
what?
6
Guess
probably
what?
great.
I have said
Guess
I like
what? Guess
Subnautica
what?
2.
That's
Listen to this. Listen to
normal,
this. I've
Dave.
said I like
That's gonna
Subnautica 2.
happen.
I've said
That's
that I
gonna
liked
happen.
playing Call to Arms when it first came out, but I haven't really
That's
played it
gonna
since.
happen,
But guess what?
Dave.
If
You
there is
know
somebody
this
who
is
literally
gonna
says,
happen.
like, for instance, I'm not the biggest fan of GTA 6, but since there's people who are hyped up about it and loving it, I'm not going online. I'm not going in VCs legitimately trying to tear their whole world
But you
down because they
definitely are
like it.
signing a document with your name on it to make
To
sure that they
keep
don't
preservation for
publish it to
games.
Microsoft, because that's
You are the
evil.
most dumbest person.
No. Oh no.
So
Jesus.
thank you for admitting it. You hate
Jesus
preservation.
Christ.
You hate owning things. So if anyone is a pirate, if anyone is
that's
somebody
my
who
point,
is
that's my
scum,
point. So
it's
wait,
you.
you're
You
okay,
hate
you're okay
you.
with
What
if
you
someone
just said
likes or
is,
hates
oh,
the
you
game,
sign
but
things.
you're not
You love
okay with
signing
it
things.
if
Yes, I
someone
like signing
hates the
things that are
fact
going to
that
benefit
you're
not just me,
pirating
but
a
a whole
game and then
generation
buying it
of things.
afterwards
But you
instead of just
don't
buying
comprehend
straight
that.
up.
All you do is just bicker
why do
and
this
bicker and
weird
bicker.
fucking
You are
cycle of
such
let
a
me
sour
pirate and then
person
let
in
me
your
buy
life.
if you know
Why do
you're
you
gonna like
bicker
it
so
anyways?
much about these
And if you
things?
don't
Is it
know,
hurting you
well,
that
go
I signed
try
a
it
petition to
somewhere.
try to preserve
You don't have to
my
fucking
rights
track
to
them
keep my products?
pirating it.
Is
Like,
it
what?
hurting
Who
you that
does
I signed a
this?
petition to try to keep my rights to own a
Go
product
look on
that
the
I bought?
internet. Like
But yet,
you could
but
literally you could
so
save
who's
yourself some
butthurt now?
time
Who's
by just
butthurt
literally
now?
looking
So
up
I
game
didn't give no
theories
argument when you said,
instead of
"Oh, I
having to
think
pirate
Baldur's
all
Gate 3
this
is
and
trash." I
save
didn't give
all
no
this and
argument
let me
because
make a
everybody has a different
PS7
opinion.
every
But
fucking
because
retro
I
game.
said that I wanted to
This is
sign a
what you're trying to
petition
do,
to
and
try to preserve
it's
my
just
rights to
so
my
pointless.
media, you get so butthurt over that. So whose ego and butt is hurting now? Huh? Exactly. Exactly. Terrible. So you can. So what you're basically saying is, I can go ahead and say I don't like this game at this showcase. I can go ahead and say this game is at this showcase. I can go ahead and say this game sucks here. I can say this game sucks here. But because I like this one game right here, oh, it's all right. So if anyone doesn't like this game, I'm gonna go ahead and try to debate you because you don't like the game that I like. But yet you just said up here a minute ago, which I have already said. I don't know how many times, but I'll say it again. That Baldur's Gate 3 sucks. And guess what? Baldur's Gate 3 is one of my favorite games. But okay, other people may not like it.
On the internet,
Other people may not like it.
Keep killing games.
Other people may not like it. But because I said, and it wasn't even to you, it was to Ruby. But because I said that I signed that I wanted to go ahead and preserve my media to be able to own my game, you had the biggest issue, and yet you want to be the one to say, I'm butthurt. That is the most sour, egotistical, butthurt thing I've ever seen. That is terrible.
Let's
That
do
is terrible.
anti-consumer.
That is
Go ahead,
terrible.
Dave. Go ahead. Go ahead and change my Discord name. I could give a shit less. Go ahead. Yeah, let's anti-consumer, Dave. Let's see how angry you get. Let's see. Let's see how angry you get.
My man, you're the only one angry right now.
You're still carrying. You're
putting the same stuff out. You're saying the same things out.
At this
Case
rate,
closed, everybody. Case closed,
convinced.
everybody.
I'm almost convinced.
This guy right here wants your rights to anything that you bought with your hard-earned money. Listen to me, people. He wants anything that you bought with your hard-earned money to just be gone and move on to the next thing. So let's say it like this. Let's say all the hundreds of games that you guys have spent, the movies that you've spent, all the things that you bought. This individual, this slow dude right here, legitimately has said to me that he wants you to go ahead and just go to the next thing because he does not care about the things that you go ahead and do. But y'all hear him? He's saying relying on other people, but yet he's the one who relies on the economic state of our country because he's trying to put money into the stock because he can't earn money himself.
How much relying do you need just to play
could you imagine?
video game? Could
you imagine that? How much relying do I need to be able to play a video game? I've got thousands of hours in games, something that you don't have. I've played tons of games. I've enjoyed my gaming history. I've got a whole shelf full of games, physical. I've got a whole library full of digital. I've got movies that are literally right here.
Very
It
good
is
Eagle Run. It's
beautiful.
crazy Eagle Run.
It is
Yes.
so beautiful. I'm
It's
not
a
even
great
saying that.
Eagle Run. Yes.
That's an
Yes.
Eagle
It
Run.
is beautiful.
Me
Great
saying
Eagle
that I
Run.
played thousands of hours and just saying that I have both
Keep going.
physical and digital. Imagine that, dude. Whose ego is really shattered when you constantly have to say something about my ego? I haven't even brought up your ego, but now that you
Whose
brought
mouth
up my
keeps
ego,
running on
let's
and
bring up your
on
ego because
over
you've lost your debates every time you come in here. You
pointless
had to mute me the
actions.
first time because you
Baseless,
can't debate
pointless
me. You
actions
were
that do
literally
not change
cannot
anything.
debate me on these things because what you basically want is everything to die and move on to the next thing. That is the dumbest argument.
That's the
You
way of
tried
the
to go
world.
ahead and tell
That's
me
the way of the
that
world.
the modern engines that we have nowadays are so much less resources
I would
than what
hope
was
the
back
companies
then.
fucking
That is
stop
terrible.
pushing out the same shit
That
and
is
start pushing
terrible.
out better, new,
There's
improved shit.
many
I
good
would hope
games
so.
that have come out,
I
especially
mean,
this year.
that's what I would
I
want
mean,
for
but
every
you don't play
consumer to try out all
RE9.
the
You
good
don't
new
play
shit. I would
Pragmata.
hope
You
that would
don't play
happen.
a lot of these games. I mean, there's been so many great games that have released this year alone.
Need to play
Alone.
them all, Dave. I move on
A
to the
lot.
good ones that I give a fuck about.
Guess what?
Simple.
The
I
ones
move
that I just
on to the
mentioned
shit
are
I
good
like.
ones. But
I see
if
what I
it's not in
like.
your taste,
Simple.
there you go. So it's in your taste. So I cannot tell you what you can and cannot play, unlike what you did with Ruby when he literally played Project Zomboid and you were bashing him for that. I can't do that to you because you have a different taste than I do. But all I'm going to say is there's been a lot of games that have come out this year that have been great. Great.
Oh no, I bashed Ruby because he didn't fucking play the game thoroughly. That's why.
But he played it and you still bashed him now. So
Yeah,
because
yeah,
he
because
did
he didn't
not
play
like it,
thoroughly.
because he did not like his
Thoroughly. There's
time
a
on the
difference
game,
between
you
hopping
bashed
on
him.
the main menu and
Nope,
hitting
nope, nope,
start and
nope,
playing for
nope, nope.
2
Because he was in the game
seconds
with us.
than
He
playing
went
it
to a whole different
thoroughly.
district with us because he did not enjoy Project Zomboid. You legitimately bashed him
That's
and
like
called
pulling out a
him all
chessboard
these
and let me
losers and
just move
names.
the pawn and then say, "Oh,
Imagine that.
chess fucking sucks," and then just
That's
walk
not
away. I
because he
mean,
actually
you
had a
want to
good
do
amount of
that?
playtime
You
on
want to
there.
look dumb as
You
fuck,
realize
and
that,
you don't
right?
actually
You
try
realize that, right?
shit. That's fine.
Guess what? There's
Whatever.
been games that I've
Do
played for
whatever
30
you
minutes and
want.
said it's not for me. There's been those type of
But
games.
yeah, I
Guess
mean,
what? Everything's not
obviously I'm
for
gonna clown your
everyone.
ass. I'm gonna be like, "What the fuck?
Everything's not for
Who?"
everyone.
I know it's not, and that's
But
fine.
but to get back to
Of course,
my
I'm gonna
thing,
fucking clown a human
you
being, especially when
legit.
they don't try it thoroughly. That's kind of stupid.
Here you go. Clowning on somebody because they don't
I
like the
can
game.
clown them
He
all I
literally was
want,
in the
Dave.
game
Try
with us and
harder.
actually wanted to enjoy. But now you're making an argument that because I signed a petition to keep my rights to my stuff, that's delusional. That's chaotic. That's wild. But yet but somebody who plays
Yeah,
the
you already
game,
stole the
but
stuff.
yet
You already stole the
the,
stuff,
the
so why are you
thing the
signing it?
thing is
You
this. The
stole it
thing is
already,
this.
Dave. You won
I
anyways.
guess I stole Baldur's Gate 3,
That's
which
the
I mean I
delusion right
own.
there, Dave.
I mean I
That's
own
the
it digitally and
delusion right
physically,
there.
so I
It
guess I
makes
stole
no
that.
sense. Let
I
me
guess I
sign
stole that.
something that I stole. Well, then
I guess
what
I
the
stole it.
fuck?
I
Like,
mean, I've had Baldur's Gate
what?
3 for what, like 2 years now? I guess I stole it. Oh my gosh, I'm going to jail. It's over. I'm gone. Oh, hands up. Here I am, officer. Here I am. I stole a game that I have bought 2 years ago for digital and got the physical edition year after. Oh my
You
gosh.
see, like
I'm
the amount of
terrible.
redundancy you have is crazy. It's like
I'm going off of
the
you. I'm
minute
going off of
you
you.
do the opposite thing, and then you
I'm going off
finally
of
do
you.
the correct thing. It's
I'm
like,
going off of
why not
you.
just do the correct thing to begin with? What's the
So
point
so
in
GOG being my main
pirating something that
platform
you're
to
gonna
get games
purchase
on is
anyways?
the
You might
right
as well
thing for
just
me.
purchase it to begin with.
I
That
purchase my
makes
games.
no
That's the
sense.
funny
And you
thing.
say,
That's
"Oh
what you're
well,
not
it's so I could
understanding.
try it out." Well, shit, dude. I mean, fuck.
I mean, is it bad trying something out?
If
Is
you
it
can't
bad
try it
trying
out,
something
you
out?
could at least research
So
it.
you're
You could
telling
at
me
least
that if
see
I go
what
to a
it's
car
about.
dealership, then since we're
It's
using
like
real world
not
stuff, if I go
hard.
to a car dealership, I can't test drive a car before I got the car that I bought. I had to test drive it to see if it was right, and then
Yeah,
I
they allow
liked it
that.
and I bought it.
Some
Yes.
places
So
don't.
developers
Some
allow
places
things.
don't, dude. They don't
Developers
let
will
you
allow
test
you to
drive at
do
some
these
places.
things.
And guess what happens?
And
To the places that they don't let you test drive, you know what happens?
when
You
your
say, well,
arguments get a
fuck this
lot better,
dealership.
you
Let me go
might
to the
actually be
better one
able to
down the
go and
street,
debate with
bro.
me.
That's
But
how
until your
it is.
arguments get better, I highly recommend you watch YouTube. I recommend JTech TV, maybe Harmon Smith. Those two people might fit your criteria, maybe just a little. I mean, y'all probably will be in the same headspace together. I'm just saying on that because I mean, you have an obsession with what I do in my life compared to what you do in your life.
No, it's called
Yeah,
you're
yes,
obsessed with everyone
yes.
doing what you do in your life, and that's stupid.
My
You're trying
man,
to
what
push
I do
it
in
on
my life
others,
is my
and that's
life.
fucking
How
dumb,
does
bro.
that bother
I'm here.
you?
I'm here to shove you
How does
right
it bother
back, gang, and
you?
it's as simple as that. And I'm
How
gonna
does
tell
my
you
life
why
bother
your push
you?
makes no sense. You're trying to push
That's
for
so funny.
something
So
that
because
you
I'm
literally do
pushing
the
stop killing
opposite of,
games,
and
because
then
I'm
finally do
literally
correctly.
to be
Why?
the person to
Who
hold
does
on to
this?
my purchased products in my life, that bothers you somehow? Oh my gosh. You're like a
No,
denizen.
it's called.
You're like
What
a
bothers
denizen.
me is you try to tell us,
There he
oh,
goes right there. He
you
just
should
admitted
save
it.
the game.
It
You should
bothers
just
him.
save game. I'm
It
like,
bothers him
bro,
because in
no,
my
no
life, I
one
want to
cares.
preserve
No
games.
one cares
In
about
my
save the
life, I
game.
want to
No
preserve
one
video games.
cares.
And because it's me doing it and not him, and it's my life and it's not his, it bothers him. So he's got to be like every internet person and say, ooh, wah, wah, wah. Now, I'm holding back the internet warrior in me, because the internet warrior in me will literally go ahead and get this whole Discord server nuked. But I don't want to do that, because you're not worth the time for that. I need some
Go
actual
ahead, nuke the
competition.
Discord
I
server.
need
I
some
ain't
actual
stopping.
competition. No,
Go
there's no
ahead.
need when you're a
Go
retarded
ahead.
elephant and when you
Go
literally don't
ahead.
have a
I could
brain.
care
What's the
less,
point?
bro.
What's the point?
Wow, you nuked the Discord server.
Like, what is the point?
Congratulations.
Because apparently everything
Woohoo.
that I do in my life
Woohoo.
bothers you. So you want to go ahead and say something about my
I'm not
ego? I think you
bothered.
need to
I'm
look
not
into
bothered. I could care
the mirror and
less.
look at
I
your
could
own
care less.
ego at
The
that
point
point.
is, I'm trying to tell you is I could
Case
care
closed.
less. The fact that you want to
What?
shove your life into
Why are you
others
trying to
is
tell me what to do
dumb,
in my
bro.
life?
It's
Are
dumb.
you not a grown man? I mean, I can think for myself. I mean, I know I can. So you're trying to tell another grown man what to do in his life? Wow, that is really
No, I'm trying to tell you
that's
to
stupid.
stop shoving shit
That's
down
stupid.
people's throats,
Nobody
bro.
shoves nothing.
It's
Guess what?
annoying.
Here's the funny
If
thing.
you want to keep
Here's the
doing it,
funny
if you
thing.
want to keep doing it, keep doing it.
Here's the funny
But I'm
thing.
telling you,
Nobody even
you're gonna
added
fight.
you. Nobody
You're
even
gonna fight
messaged
an
you. Nobody
uphill
told you to
battle,
come into
bro,
the
and it's a
VC
very
and
bad
talk
battle.
to
It's a
us
very
about this type
nasty
of stuff.
outcome,
You
and you're
chose
gonna
to do
lose
that. But
really
yet, because
badly.
you chose to do that, you got mad. Mind you, the day that you came into that server and I was talking to Ruby about, hey, I'm glad that the bill passed for stop killing games, you got uppity. I didn't shove that down your throat. Me and him were already talking, not you. It's A and B. You can see your way out anytime, any place. Nobody cares about your existence in this server, dude. But because me and him were talking, and we were talking on our own accord, and you
Because
just so happened to
you
join the
love to
server,
glaze
to
it
join the
so
VC,
openly in front of
but you didn't have to
everyone.
be there.
It's
You did
like,
not have to be
bro,
there.
why are you
Nobody added you to
glazing
join.
this when you clearly do the
Nobody
opposite
added
shit?
you to
It's
join.
so
You chose
dumb.
your own take. You chose your own free will to do it. Guess what? I mentioned it
Yeah,
one
and
time, and
I'm
every
glad
time
I
you
did.
joined,
I'm glad I
every
did, so I
time
could
you
piss
did,
off people like
every time you joined
you
the
who love
server,
to piss
every
off
time
other
you
people
join VC, you
and try to
constantly do this stuff.
act like you're
You
higher than
constantly
thou when
do
you're
this stuff.
not. You're
You
not.
constantly do this stuff every time you join VC. Do you realize that most people in this server don't even like you? Do you realize that? Do you realize that most people in the other servers don't even like you? You realize that because you're
I
literally
could
a
care
cancer
less.
to
I could care
everybody's life, dude.
less. I could
Okay,
care
if
less,
you could
dude.
care less,
I could
are you
care.
here?
If what it oh
Are you
wow,
here?
so I gotta define myself by one Discord server.
Oh
Jesus,
yeah,
dude,
one Discord server.
what are you trying to
So if you have multiple
base
Discord
it
servers,
on?
why are you always trying to be right here when it's me and Ruby in here? You ain't got to join here.
Because
You
it's
can always
funny.
go.
I love to see you both
You can
pissed
join.
off.
You can
Both
join.
of
You
you
can join a
pissed
different
off is
one.
hilarious in my eyes. It's good entertainment.
It's
not
funny
wrong.
because you're the one who's does this stuff all the time. I'm vibing. I'm chilling. I'm sitting down right now, twirling in my seat, looking up at the ceiling. Who are you trying to piss off? You have free will. Ain't nobody forcing you to stay here. But thank you for admitting that what I do in my life bothers you.
It's
I
dumb.
love
It's
it.
dumb.
I
It's
love
pretty
it.
dumb. I ain't gonna lie.
I
It's
love
pretty
it.
dumb.
I
Kinda
love it.
crazy.
So my life bothers your life. Love it.
So,
I mean,
so
I
we got
can't
a
be that
pirate.
fragile
We got
of
a
a
pirate
man.
guy
I
who
can't be
pirates
that
and
fragile
buys.
of a human being if I'm going to let
Crazy.
another man, actually, no, another boy, because, I mean, you're not even considered a man. I'm not going to let a little boy make my life fragile, dude. I mean, genuinely, I don't go out and look at other people's lives and like, oh, because you go ahead and you like eating this,
I
or
mean, you
because you like
displayed
playing
it in
this,
a public
or because you
space,
like doing
so
that,
what'd you
I'm gonna
expect,
go
bro?
ahead and
What'd you
bash you
expect?
because of
What'd you
your
expect?
choices that you like. But yet, here's the difference right here, mind y'all, people. Here's the difference. Because I say to Ruby, keyword, because I said to Ruby that the Stop Killing Games Act got passed in America, and then I left it at that. Oh, that's a big deal. Oh, rah, 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 rah. Sounded like Shrek. Because I said that, it was the end of the universe. Nobody cares. Clearly, people care if it got passed in America. and it's still being worked on in EU. It may not be for everybody, but it got passed for a good amount of people who like to own their
Dave, are you
products.
still going on this topic?
Oh, funny. Oh, funny.
See,
you can always see your way out. Hey, Cinderella, you can see your way out. I got the glass slipper at the door.
Paragraphs, never ending.
Not the glass slipper at the door. If you want to, you can see your way out.
Of confrontation.
We do not need you here.
And it's funny. I love it. This is great.
We do not care.
This is funny, bro.
It is funny. I'm actually chilling and vibing right now. It is actually hilarious.
I doubt that.
I really am. I'm chilling and vibing.
That's
cool. My feet are kicked up. Come on, keep on. I could.
Now your feet are kicked up. Yeah. Now because you're trying.
My feet have been kicked up this whole time. How are you gonna tell me?
You're trying to submit.
How are you gonna tell me? Hey. How are you gonna tell me what I've been doing for the past? So you just really are insecure about yourself, aren't you? My feet have been kicked up this whole time. I've been staring at this Discord screen for the past 35 minutes right now. But you know my life. You know my life apparently, huh? You know my life.
You say it out loud in the Discord, so yeah.
I mean, am I supposed to be ashamed of the things that I get?
Yeah,
am I supposed to be ashamed of the things that I get?
You literally said it, and so
imagine. So my life bothers this person, Ruby. My life bothers him. He is so insecure. You see this? He is so insecure. He literally admitted that because my life bothers him. A shriveled up little boy. That's funny. Like I said, you can always leave. I mean, we don't ask you to come in here. You come in here on your free will. So if it bothers you that bad, go to your other servers.
It doesn't. It doesn't. I came here to see how pissed off you could get.
I'm chilling. You're the only one pissed.
I'm not pissed. I'm chilling. I'm fine over here. I'm still playing Ostfront over here.
That's funny. Just coming in and just disrupting peacefulness, dude. And I'm not pissed. Yeah, you were. Your voice, I could hear it in your voice, dude. I could hear it in your voice. I mean, you ain't gotta hide face. You ain't gotta lie to the public. You don't have to do that. It's okay. We understand.
I don't have to.
Not only did you admit that my life bothers your life, but you also admitted that you're an insecure little puppy dog that literally can't think for himself. So I mean. Sounds pretty irritated to me.
Myself plenty.
Sounds irritated to me. That's just the funniest thing in the world.
Major systems offline.
Anything else, Cinderella?
Let me get this tiger here.
We will be right back after these commercials.
Finally. About damn time.
Very convenient that he has nothing to say at this point. How strange.
Well, what you want me to talk about you? I can do that. I mean, if you're requesting it, sure, I can.
And again, you didn't say nothing with Dave asked, so it's kind of funny how every argument
this is hilarious. You then invite me to talk shit about you. That's crazy. Who does this? You could have stayed silent, Ruby. You could have, brother. You could have. You know that, right? Just like Dave likes to point out free will. You could have. But then you had.
Hold on. Don't be using the things that I quote.
You had to, Ruby. You had to. Now you're reflecting on it. Now you're reflecting on it, huh? Now you're reflecting. Yeah, go ahead. Reflect a little more. Think about it. Think about it.
Improving a point.
Yeah. Here we go. Round two. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's easy. It's so easy.
You didn't even won 2 rounds with me.
I mean, I don't gotta say a whole lot. I literally caught your humiliation live in 4K. I'm good. Even if I didn't want to say nothing, I could have not said nothing. But I know in the end, I caught this humiliation live.
You see, but that's the hilarious part. That's the hilarious part, right? The moment I say something, y'all's world's end. But the moment y'all say something, apparently y'all must be on this high horse, right?
My man,
Even though we're all in the
You
public,
legitimately
like
came
you guys
into
said,
this VC at the
Dave
times
said.
when me and him talk, dude. You come into these VCs and just talk to us like you're literally trying to force your way in between us. I don't know if you ever sat at the cool kids table at lunch in the cafeteria in high school. I mean, I know I did at least one time, but.
Oh God!
Dude,
Oh
why do
God!
you
Wow!
have
He's
to
impressed
keep
that he's
butting
at the
into
kids'
people's
table.
lives, dude? Why are you so obsessed with everybody's life? Live your
He
own.
invited me to talk
Live
shit.
your
He invited me. He invited me. Go ask Ruby that question. Well, then
If I
why'd
wanted
you
to
have to
invite
open
you to
your
talk
mouth?
shit, I would have said,
Why'd
hey,
you
you
have
want
to
to talk
open
shit?
your
Let's
mouth,
go.
Ruby? Why?
Because I had to go
Why'd
get
you
Brody.
do it? Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?
Because I want to see what dumb shit comes out of your mouth next. It's just that exciting. To see you humiliate yourself and say the stupidest things a man could ever
Perfect. So
think of saying.
now you want to use my strategy. Interesting. He's learned.
That's
He's
not your
learned.
strategy.
He's gotten better. He's
It's a
gotten better.
universal strategy.
Good job,
It's a
Ruby.
universal
Good
strategy,
job.
mate.
You've gotten better,
It's not
Ruby.
unique
You've
to
gotten
you.
better.
It's not unique to you. This strategy is not unique to you. It really isn't. So
Oh, I know it's not
don't
unique,
start,
but clearly you learned it.
grinding
You
your own
learned
dick
it.
here because
You finally
clearly don't
adapt.
understand.
You finally adapted in this Discord call. Finally.
No. It's not evolving. I was never one to start trouble. I don't start trouble. I'm
Here
not
we
a
go.
confrontational type.
Come on, keep going, Ruby.
I'm not a
Keep going.
confrontational type, but when I have to encounter such low IQ
But when I have
bullshit,
to this,
it's
but when I have
ridiculous.
to that, but when but
You know,
when
the
you
fact that
were
you have
the
to make
one
those
who opened
noises
your
to
mouth
cover me up,
first,
when you have to cut me off like that, it just proves my point. You have to fucking like take over in whatever way, shape, or form possible. Ridiculous. You just want to hear yourself talk the whole time. It's ridiculous. Like, I'm starting to think you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You just want to be sure you're on the right end of the argument. Ridiculous.
Interesting. So you want to claim I'm on the right end of the argument, even though the person who insinuated the argument is you.
I said whenever you perform an argument, you want to think you're right. But in most cases, you're literally such a brainlet that I start to think, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Like this entire argument you had with Dave. Well, I said argument. It's more like a one-sided debate where Dave was destroying every point you tried making. It's like...
With baseless logic, yeah.
It's not baseless logic.
So
the fact that you have to resort to calling it baseless logic just proves my point that you don't know jack diddly fucking shit about anything relating to that topic.
So apparently now I must have all the knowledge in the world to see how the world works.
And there you go. You're generalizing what the argument was about.
Okay, maybe not all. Maybe not all. Maybe you're right. Maybe let's say you're right, Ruby. Let's say I don't need all the knowledge.
No shit, you don't need all the knowledge. No one's gonna have.
Yeah,
no one but God and Christ are gonna have knowledge of everything.
Here I have seen countless fucking corporations go above and under this and that, and yet you want to tell me, oh, well, your stuff makes no sense. Dave has all this, Dave has all that. Well, what do you have, Ruby? What do you got?
Basically the same shit. I have Hydra. I have my team.
The same shit? Really? You got the same shit? That's all you got?
What do you mean? It's not like PC
Damn.
gaming.
So now you a copycat. Now you copycat. Just like you were copying my strategy, now you're gonna copy.
That is stupid as fuck, bro. It'd be like me saying, "Oh, you have an Xbox." So I have an Xbox, and this other guy has. I'd be like, "Oh, you're a copycat? That's crazy, bro. I never would have thought that you would copy my idea of buying a fucking Xbox. That's fucking crazy, bro. That's what you sound like right now." And I bet you'd probably use that same argument if it were Steam. You're like, "Oh, you use Steam too? Oh, you're such a fucking copycat."
Hold on, Ruby. I asked what you got. The second I asked that, you mentioned Dave. Dave this, Dave that.
Because we see eye to eye on this.
That's not what I asked for, though. That's not what I asked for, though.
I literally gave you the answer to your question. I said Hydra. I also have Hydra. Like what?
I'm not talking about Hydra.
What do you got? What? You're not really making a point.
I'm asking about what you saw in the corporations.
Basically the same thing. Some are good, some are evil. Hell, a lot of them are evil, or at least very greedy and anti-consumer.
And so my question to you is this, Ruby. So if you're claiming, right, that a lot of them are evil and anti-consumer, I'm talking about now. I'm going to talk about the good ones, the good corporations, the ones that do the right things, the ones that publish their game on a website. So my question is this: why do you think Dave should have to pirate a game that he knows is good?
Isn't it supposed to be just you and him?
And then buy it.
Look at that! You were getting on my ass for bringing Dave up. Now you're bringing him up. What's that make you? A fucking hypocrite. So sit your ass down and quit arguing, because all you do is the same old shit.
Like, I'm just sitting here chilling online, dude, and you're still bringing me up.
I only bring up Dave.
Give me some examples.
We share the same
I want you to give me some examples.
Well, apparently, you're basing everything that you're the same as Dave. So
I'm not saying
that.
Hey,
well.
I want you to give me some examples of some good corporations from websites. Like, I'm genuinely want to know.
I'm dying to know, since clearly I'm.
I was the one asking Ruby.
Where are you now? It clearly sounded like you wanted to point out the good corporations yourself. I just wanted to let you talk.
No, I'm not trying to point them out. I'm asking for them.
Well, you want some examples?
I mean, why else would I ask?
There's GOG, there's fucking Sandfall Interactive, just a couple of examples right off the bat. itch.io, Game Jolt, what was that other one? I forgot. Alright, Game Banana, also great.
He went mute.
Yeah. Nice. Presenting answers, and all I get is silence.
Right.
Absolute classic.
Okay, so you listed those companies?
Well, I mean, the last three are more community-based websites from my POV, so yeah, I guess you could say that. Companies, yeah, we'll talk about that.
So would you pirate their game, or would you buy it outright?
If I know it's good, I can buy it, and unlike Steam and other companies, I can actually demo the games, because a majority of those devs actually provide demos. See if I like it or not.
Sounds pretty reasonable.
And piracy isn't exactly the worst thing in the world, because it never ever affects.
Oh, I'm not claiming piracy is the worst thing in the world. I just find it weird.
So what the world were you going at me for then, if you think it's not the worst thing in the world?
Have the resolve to do that, even though they're going to purchase said object. It's kind of weird.
Why would I pirate
everything that you
because
said?
Maybe in my current case, I'm unemployed. I don't have any funds and access to games. And for two, even if I was employed, I can still pirate a game and try it, because unfortunately most companies offer demos for their products. So I have to go off of either videos or fucking piracy to figure out, hey, do I like this game or not? What do you think I did with Project Zomboid? I bought the fucking key thinking I was going to like it. I don't like it. And so I basically just stopped playing it. And that's $6 I'm not getting back, but that's not a big deal, because $6 isn't the end of the fucking universe.
Gotta be the most hilarious thing I've ever heard.
Really? If it's so hilarious, why aren't you laughing your ass off right now? It's a damn shame that you find me so amusing, but you're not laughing.
Oh no, I'm smiling. I'm giggling over here. This is funny.
Yeah.
This is funny. So like wait a minute. So because you don't have money, then you pirate it. But then later on, when you do have money, then you buy it.
Well, yeah, that's about pretty logical in my opinion. I tried out Doom Eternal, I liked it, and I bought it.
So I would say this. That would be pretty reasonable. But let's say you did have money, Ruby. Would you then have to pirate it?
If I want to, I can. If I don't want to, then I won't. I'll just straight up buy it.
But I'm saying, so you obviously, I know you can, Ruby. I know you can do that. But would it make sense to you?
The amount of sense it makes is irrelevant. That is my decision at the end of the day. What anyone else says about what decisions I'm making is, again, irrelevant as fuck. If I want to pirate something, that's my choice, and it affects no one else.
The sense your decisions that you make is irrelevant? What?
If I make a decision, I make that decision. If I want to pirate game Y, then I'm going to do so because I chose to do so. Whether that fucking option makes sense to somebody else.
do so though, Ruby? That's my question.
Maybe
Why
I'm not
would you?
sure if I like it or not. And here's where Steam comes in, where I tried playing Borderlands 4 at one point, didn't really like it all that much because 2 hours isn't enough of a time frame for me to actually fucking see if I liked it or not. So I got it refunded because Steam can do that. Unlike certain platforms I hate talking about.
Interesting. So you use Steam because their service allows you to refund the product. Interesting.
Why is he saying it like he's
I
fucking...
thought. Wait. But Ruby, don't you want? Are you not part of the Stop Killing Games movement?
I would like to be because preserving games is
I
very
swear you
important.
told me to drop it because it gets annoying.
So,
I swear.
so wait a minute. So you still use Steam's service of being able to return the product?
Shit, that's like one of the reasons Steam is so great, or at least half decent.
So then Steam isn't all that bad. Or is it?
I think it really...
I mean, you can't put yourself in the save the games movement if you're over here saying Steam isn't as half bad.
No, but I could still want
I'm
that
the
desire
one
to
who
preserve games.
that up. I'm the one who brought that up.
I could support Steam, but still have that fucking
Major systems
desire to preserve games because that's what I want. I want my games to actually be in my hand and be accessible whenever I damn well please. But I can still use Steam because it's an option that I have. Like those Xbox 360 and Xbox ROMs that I totally acquired for my own fucking collection or whatever. Totally not endorsing anything here. The point is, if this stuff happened back then, I wouldn't have access to those old Xbox games that I'm playing right now, the Xbox 360 games that I used to have when I was a child. Emulation is a wonderful thing. And if preservation of video games wasn't so important, I wouldn't be able to do that.
That's
Well,
quite
play
an
all the
interesting
games.
take. I like Ruby's take more than Dave's take.
It's
Dave's
the same
take
Because
was
you
shit.
can't understand mine. You can't understand mine. Because I go in depth with a lot of things.
How do you not understand
was
his
that?
take? It's the same shit.
Oh no,
I'm saying.
I like Ruby's take. I like Ruby's take because
It's the
it sounds
same
even
one.
more ridiculous than Dave's take. The craziest shit ever, bro. Let's stop Steam, but let me keep using Steam to refund the
I'm
games.
not stopping Steam. I just want Steam to be better. Steam isn't like the top platform because of X reason. But it would be better if it could actually let me keep my games. It'd be great. It'd be fucking awesome.
So then why use Steam?
Because it's still a decent platform despite its flaws.
You remember what I said about everybody having free choice?
Holy shit.
You remember what I said about everybody having free choice? But yet you didn't want to debate me when I was talking about GOG and
the free choice y'all have is it's so
Here you go. You're criticizing somebody else's life again because you were a failure of your own life. Imagine that.
So wait, so Ruby, you would use Steam to try a game and return it. Yet at the same time, you would also have platforms that buy it physically.
If I could buy it physically, that'd be cool too. Shit, I didn't get the chance to experience physical PC releases. If they had those, that'd be pretty cool. I'd love to have physical PC releases again. That shit sounds great.
Cough, cough. GOG allows you to make those, which is the funniest thing.
And that's the thing. I've bought games on GOG. I played Devil May Cry 4 and fucking the HD collection because I bought them on GOG. I got the installers on a USB flash drive and transferred them to my laptop because I was going to travel. I was going to go out and go somewhere. I was going to go to Conroe, have a good time with friends. And I brought my laptop with me because I knew I was going to be bored and I wanted to play games. And guess what? Without internet, the best thing to do was make an offline installer from GOG, get those installers onto my flash drive and put them on my computer. And guess what? My games were there and easily installable without any fuss or difficulties. Because GOG makes it so damn simple. And I could probably say I'm a GOG patron because I know those guys are doing what they can to preserve video games. It's fucking awesome. I hope one day GOG gets fucking all the old Dead or Alive games on there so I can play them.
I don't even know why you'd even have Steam installed at this point. If
Like-
you're gonna go down that much unnecessariness.
Oh
I-
It's
man,
not
you're just running
unnecessary.
circles
This
around.
guy's actually stupid as fuck.
My goodness.
No,
What do you-
I'm talking about Steam being installed.
Oh,
So,
this is
so
getting
you're
boring.
gonna go through all this other stuff to set up your shit properly. Then why even have Steam? That's
Still a
like
good, it's a good platform still. It's not the best platform, but it's still a good platform. Yeah, I know. That's the same thing. I think every time you join VC, oh no, stupidity incarnate has joined the VC. I wonder what dumb shit is gonna come out of his mouth.
So let me use something else, even though I could use something else to fucking use it properly.
So then why use something else if you need to use something else? That's
Yeah,
just
let me use a
paradox.
water gun to inflate my fucking tires in my car instead of an actual fucking air pump. Crazy. All right.
God, that comparison's retarded.
Anyways, I'm
as
gonna go
fuck.
eat.
Yeah,
Peace out.
yeah, fuck off. Yeah, that ass. Thank God that's finally fucking over.
My man, I was just sitting here smiling because I shattered his entire. I made him admit that my life bothers him.
That's crazy.
That, and it's all on the recording too.
Yeah, I recorded the first 30 minutes, right? Then I had to go grocery shopping, so I switched over to streaming it, and I'm currently streaming it right now. I died on round 11 on 5. I am so ashamed of myself.
That made me so happy.
Honestly, yeah.
Because
he had
he-
no argument. Like,
Nope.
Like, I literally said the same shit that, oh, I love how ridiculous it sounds. It sounds more ridiculous than Dave's take. And when we have basically the same take. Because, like I said, you and I see eye to eye on the same issues. We have the same opinion on it, both.
Just like that CT whatever game that he plays, he basically said that I'm gonna make your mind explode. I think Baldur's Gate 3 sucks. And I was like, okay.
I know,
And
I
he's
heard
like, oh,
that.
you're
No,
mad.
I was listening to that. I was listening to that, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's a take. Like,
and anytime he says, well, I just want to come in here and irritate y'all, no.
Uh-huh.
You genuinely, you got irritated. You got your ego shattered. You got your little feelings hurt because he basically was telling me that every piece of hardware had more resources back then than they do
stupid
now.
as fuck. I am so upset I didn't get to reply to that. That's stupid as hell. Because with
Wait.
less resources, they managed to make some of the greatest games of all time.
Yes,
Which is
because everything wasn't about graphics back then. It was just about gameplay. That's why
Yeah.
they were able to pitch out games after games because they didn't have to rely on all these graphics.
anything. It's just like, oh hey, let's make a game. What's it about? Here, the concept is X, Y, Z. Okay, cool. We'll make it out of that then. And they start concepting and fucking designing, etc., etc.
My man's feelings were hurt. I didn't.
Mind you, again, because this has happened more than once already. I feel bad for like I don't think anyone was watching the stream, but like I feel bad because when I left to go get the groceries for the week, I had to leave it on the menu, so I kind of didn't have as much gameplay up. Maybe I'll replace it with something else. Who knows? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. But oh no, dude, that's crazy. We wrecked him. Like, how does he not understand our simplistic point of view?
It made me laugh when he said, I'm tired of coming in here and you're shoving it down my throat.
Not
Oh.
shoving down your throat. You always bring up like the topic. You always give us an opportunity to bring the topic up.
Like, you have an issue with the way that I live my life and what I do with my life. I don't question you on your life. I don't question you on how you live yours. So who's the real man and who's the real boy at this point?
Level 3.
Just actually dumb.
fuck? Oh,
for no
okay.
reason.
Indeed, it is ridiculous.
And when I brought up, because he got triggered when I brought up that you had to mute me the first time. It was like, yeah, because you have dumb tape. Like, why are you screaming at me?
Crazy, screaming at you is crazy.
Like, I brought up the fact that you had to mute me during the first encounter, and you scream at me because your takes are dumb. Like, oh my gosh.
I did not hear
Calm down,
that,
Jamal.
bro. Yo, I didn't hear that. That's a shame. I wish I would have caught that shit. I mean, I probably caught it during the stream, but like I'm saying, I wish I was there to witness it. Ooh, ray gun?
Like, calm down, Jamal.
Really? Little ape shit right there. A fucking Strela. This is a Strela, not a Sigma 2. Get the fuck out of here.
I've never seen someone so obsessed with another human being's life. Never. Lo and behold, he's actually made that possible. And basically, with what he said about everything needs to just move on to the next thing. If that was the case, Xbox would have never survived past the original Xbox then. Because PS2 and Nintendo still were the two leading candidates.
Literally like top tier platforms.
So if we're thinking with that mindset, Xbox wouldn't be here.
Desert Eagle.
Goodness gracious. Ooh, man.
Yeah, I'm floored.
Talking about,
Ooh, the M13.
like, I could have brought up so many, like, for instance, if we go to Steam right now, just Steam alone. And
it's not the best platform. Like I repeated, Steam is not the best platform out there, but it is a good enough platform that for you to not have deleted it completely, you literally reinstall it because it still has features you can still use.
Yep. And for his thing then, Mecha Chameleon, which is number 3 right now in the Steam charts, that's up there. That was from a team who, oh, let me see really quickly. It's from maybe one developer, maybe a small team. The games before then weren't really widely known until that game. Oh look,
it has
Baldur's Gate 3 is up there.
140,000 fucking players.
Yep, Baldur's Gate 3 is up there.
Yeah, with Paths of Exile with 108,000 players.
Mind you, Deltarune is up here. The Binding of Isaac is up here. Mind you, these are games.
Baldur's Gate is still in the top 20.
These are games that literally are made by either a single person or a small studio, but there's not that many resources nowadays. Dog, they birth. The amount of resources nowadays birth the amount of companies that we have now. And many are indie game developers.
Attention. Containment failure. System
But he's against indie, I know. Gotta support my corporate. That's what he says. Gotta support my big corporos.
He's not that smart at all.
He's not even smart in general in any universe.
But here, please.
It's just funny.
I bet he would have been upset if he knew what I was playing.
Oh, absolutely. Because, I mean, Black Ops 3 is terrible. Black Ops 3 is one of the worst games. This is him, by the way.
Bravo Guns made zombies so much easier, and it's not fun, and it made it pay to win.
Which, like I said it while we were debating, it's a choice.
And he was like, oh, there you go, making it, defending it by saying it's a choice.
Like, I guess us being able to have free will is terrible. Like, I mean, yes, I have my games on GOG. I enjoy playing on GOG mostly since I can always just go to extras and download the offline installers and take it with me and preserve it. I guess that's a bad thing. I guess being able to preserve one of the greatest video games, actually two of the greatest video games of all time, in Baldur's Gate 3 and Expedition 33, is terrible for future generations who may want to actually discover this later down the road.
Yeah, but thankfully here on this channel, we are nothing more than big brain individuals who actually know what the fuck we're talking about. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and yeah, I hope I get another opportunity to make fun of this fool. I may not be good at it, but Dave certainly is. So yeah.